some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. The ball is teed up, kicking team looks ready, and we're underway from Philadelphia. On his own end zone, here we go. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Receiver in motion, headed right. Look at this. The wideout gets in to start this drive. In the middle holds. They don't get anything on the run. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I mean, that's one of those plays when you call it, you expect to get decent yards every time. Seeing it stopped at the line, man, that's deflating offensively.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. He's the lone back on the handoff. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
And the Rams add him into the secondary. We've got 5 in the nickel, 3rd down. Hits his running back. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. This one caught by C.D. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Dallas. Right up the gut. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. That tackle made by Kobe Turner. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It was the rookie from LSU that time on the tackle. 3rd and 4 coming up now. Now here's Prescott. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, no luck on his first look of the game. And 4th and 4 coming up. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over.
On 4th down, Prescott's a throw. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. On 4th down, it's incomplete. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on down. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Omaha. Here we go.
Throwing now from the gun. It's complete to Higbee. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Good offenses Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a lot in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They've got it first to begin the frame.
12, fellas, here we go.
Here's Garoppolo. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Throwing here, Garoppolo. Finds him over the middle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
55. Here we go.
Corum straight ahead. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a first down could be so demoralizing to that defense.
Give to Corum on the draw. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. It's this one to Blake Corum. Touchdown, LA! The Rams get the game's first points here in the second. It's a Blake Corum touchdown. So the Rams keep the offense out there. They're deciding to try for 2. He's throwing for it. Nothing doing on that 2-point opportunity. A fail on the conversion.
I've heard great receiver coaches say, watch your fingers wrap around the ball. You know, it's pretty clear he should have had that one, and he didn't get the job done. And 2 points, well, they're left on the table.
He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. First down, here's Dak. Flushed out of the pocket. Big gains on the inside. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a Cowboys first down. He's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Rams get the football on the first turnover of the contest.
The best defenses, you go look at it through the decades, are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
Complete. It's Atwell. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle.
Here we go.
Second down now, 7 to go. The Cowboys signaling for their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go. 2.
some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked on a guy out.
It isn't over now. They're able to drop it. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Send everybody deep. I know he wants to wait and stretch the field and use his arm. Trouble is, you wait too long, you end up on your back.
And he can't reel it in. Incomplete.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Back now, pressure on its way. He beams one deep right side. It's another first down mistake. He's intercepted again. Darion Kendrick with the pick. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Will be brought to a 7-2 shot in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Garoppolo to throw. That's on target. Quick and kill. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play.
Here we go.
Keep driving that defense backwards.
Able to hit Robinson. Complete. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Now the Rams are going to use their 3rd and final timeout. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
21.
From the 31. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. That's Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Stays in the pocket. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Trying to find his tight end. And now it's second down. Throwing again is down. Oh no, they get it yet again. Cameron Curl has it. And the Rams get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Oh man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating his routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Ewing with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here comes Williams on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Defense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Puts it on the ground. Coro. Having gained about a handful there. Eric Kendricks there for the tackle. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing now, off play action. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. He's got it deep to the field. He'll have it down to the 44-yard line. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45. Brock with a new set of downs to boot.
21. Here we go.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to put those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Escapes the pocket. He's stopped at the 31-yard line. Pick up at 5 on that play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
Finds his man, Corum. Out of bounds, looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Now Garoppolo. Nice work by the back here. Playing safety down, complete. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
11. Here we go.
From the red zone now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
Got to it right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Not on the same page with his tight end. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
The throw is caught. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that.
Here we go.
I promise you, some money will follow.
So we're through 3 here. It's Rams ball. We'll see if they can hang on to this lead till the end. Less than a yard needed here on 4th.
Let's go now. 11.
And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They only needed a couple, and that is what they got. Not the most impressive game, but a big one as they get the 1st.
Here we go.
They've got a man in motion. They go play action on first. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to give him the ball.
Now it's second and goal from the 1.
Here we go, here we go.
Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. It's second and goal.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Get up!
Garoppolo looking to throw. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
Here we go. 1, Omaha.
Back to throw it. And he will score. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams go up by 12 in the 4th. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Garoppolo setting up to throw. And this is caught, so add a couple more to this lead they've got here in the 4th. The Rams kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. All in by Jake Ferguson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about a big hitter, 30, 40 yards there and a new set of downs. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got first and 10. Now Dak to throw. And that's knocked away. The linebacker got him in the middle of the field, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. So it'll be second down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, that's a really nice play in coverage. That linebacker looking like a quarterback on that play. Perhaps those cover guys could take some notes on how to stay in position and, most importantly, swat that pass away.
Uh-oh, he's in trouble, and the Rams bring him down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Cowboys 14 points back. Let's see what they went with on third down. Prescott will look to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Big gain downfield. And in for the Dallas touchdown. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
The only time he scored was from a seam pass. Never used them, guys. Like I said, never told any player they were trash or sucked. but 99.9% of players will tell you that.
Brandon Aubrey now on for the extra point. Now the Rams are going to use their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
Another W. I let somebody last night come back and beat me on purpose. Put goal line defense out there because he wanted to win so badly.
Aubrey now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Cowboys
Funny thing
jump the
is,
lead in half.
we're the
It's
ones
down to
playing with
7.
backups, but we're not trolling.
Still some time left. Most of the 2 minutes remaining. They need to get this onside kick back. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Rams make the recovery. Needed to try it. We all get
to
it,
win
but
games.
didn't work. Still now have
Maybe
those
you shouldn't
3
have fucking
timeouts to fall
trolled.
back on.
They did need to try it, but I think there is a school of thought of, hey, also kick it deep with those 3 timeouts. So now your defense can't give up a yard. Right now, you've really burdened your defense to get a quick stop, and make sure they do not give up any yardage to this.
That's right, you better get out of that.
They're gonna run on first down with Kuro. And he's brought down for a loss. The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
Here we go. 65.
Oh, look at this. He's set up to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
65.
Setting up to pass. Made the throw as he was getting hit block, and it's incomplete. Couldn't connect with Puka Nacua. So that brings up 4th and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Here we go. 2. Lock.
Looking to throw. He will get the first as they touch him down. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they'll have just one.
Don't worry, I won't run up the score.
I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
You know how bad I wanted to use Kyron Williams? Shit. Because I'm playing with backups. Man, they fucking trash. One of the worst running back groups I ever seen in my entire Madden career.
Timeout taken by the Cowboys.
What the fuck are the Rams doing?
Decide what to do on this second down.
Well, obviously they probably have somebody behind Kyron Williams right now. Hey, you know, I lose a lot of games because I don't run out the clock. But I also average like maybe 3 to 4 carries a game, 2 to 4 carries a game.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game.
Here we go.
Take it in the NFL.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
21.
12. Oh, yeah, man.
He'll throw it.
Wow, I was gonna say, let me call timeout to get to my short yardage situation. Right, guys? Ever since I spent half a day, right, I'm still not going to my coaching suggestions, rarely. But I only used to do that. That's why I lost almost every game, guys.
All right, set now, 1st and 10.
Go quick, don't have a play for the situation. No, I ain't doing it. I got something wide open, I ain't doing it.
21.
They're just going to let the clock run out and take this delay. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. So they should be a little prompter in snapping this, you'd hope, Brock, after that delay of game.
21. There you go.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. We'll turn this one up to this running back complete. And they get this
Carried all the way till the end.
before going down. So they can cheer that win column for the Rams. Exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us?
All of us. D, all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt in every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.
Left a lot of meat on the bone. I always do. No matter if I win or lose. Always leaving meat on the bone. All this guy's doing, tight end attack, running the ball, going to crossers. Missed a pick right there. Damn. But I'm pretty sure I stopped him, man. Got one play for a touchdown, seam pass. Sorry guys, I gotta account for that seam pass. Look at this too, yeah. Well, you know, obviously when he's throwing that for a reason. You know, I do that too. Back's turned. At that point, you're able to click on. Works like a curl. Wide open in the flats. Guys, this is why I say, do you have to read every individual read? Like, he's probably reading left to right, right? There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Look, he's got the protection. Say, take a peek for the front. You know what I mean? If he's somebody who would have done his blocking adjustments, right? He would have blocked, let's see, he would have blocked his running back, but then he wouldn't have had a rep there. You know, but let's say he blocks his running back, right? You're reading left to right. Don't read every individual read. Read the field. If you read the left, literally read the left side, look at what I'm doing. I'm going to cover a crosser. What does that do? Whenever you use your middle linebacker versus vertical routes, you're leaving those vertical routes. Especially, what do I say, whenever they blitz, you look to the side where they're blitzing too. That's why you take a peek. You take a peek real quick for the blitz, possible blitz, and it looks like I've been, you know, a lot of players play one high. There's a lot of possibility for blitz. It's not just hindsight's 50-50. It's something that you need to look out for, you know, because they could get edge pressure, you know. So could I have, maybe he thinks like most users would defend high first and go low, right? Me, like, you know, I mean, look at this. Read the field. Read, like, the vacancies. Read the holes. don't just read every individual read. If we're reading every matchup, every individual read, he would still have time. But let's say he's reading the drag, then he's taking it away. He reads this. Who knows what he was reading? But you know what I mean. Another thing you gotta ask yourself, like, what routes do you have? Like, do we have crossers? Do we have something with flats? He has a wide open, like, guys, no matter what he does in this situation, whether he reads the left side or the right side, he's got to play to get the first down. Not just a first down, big yardage. So I don't really understand. Like I always say, it doesn't matter what video game you play, your eyes are always in the middle of the screen, center of the screen, right? And for the most part, in short down situations, you want to read the middle of the screen first, because sometimes stuff, over the ball is wide open, and not only that, you can go middle, then go choose a side. Like, the reason I say that is because we have three. If you just look at the middle of the field, that's where more your numbers. So got a good play, just didn't execute. Let's see, what did he want? So he wanted that for some reason. Like, did he think? I mean, if you see me using a drag, that's another thing. If you see your opponent trying to user something away, that most likely means they didn't account for that route. So he didn't read my user. Probably just premeditated before the play even started. It happens sometimes. You're just like, I'm just reading the post the whole way. Sometimes you do that. I'm just reading the post the whole way. I think, if he's underneath, I'll throw it over the top. If he's underneath, I'll wait and maybe throw it past him and this area right here. But maybe he got like a little worried about the blitz coming in, because I could imagine that. Because sometimes, you see this, you see the whole, you see gaps in your offensive line, you think like, oh shit. Sometimes your mind is like, you see this, and you're like, oh shit, he's coming right at me. But no, you just like trust your offensive line. So I think maybe it was just a trust issue. I did blitz him a little bit because I was trying to get guys to stop the run, but also crucial situations, I try to speed up. I try to defend every area while also speeding up my opponent's reads in his progression. And sometimes you're playing underneath more, so you can go deep. That's why I love short down situations, because a lot of players will try to go to short downs, like to short stuff. I'll even do it. Like, does it make sense to go to a seam? Does it make sense to go to a deep route? I mean, like, it makes sense if it's second and short, third and short, because then if you don't get it, you can check it down. You can, you know what I mean? Like, throw the ball away or whatever, get an incomplete pass. But in these short down situations, especially if you read their formations, there's going to be drags, crossers. He's used a lot of drag, crossing, drive concepts, mesh concepts, So, but once again, whether he reads the middle of the field, he executes. If he reads the left side, he's able to execute. If he reads the right side, he's able to execute. This is so easy right here. This is so easy. Now, me years ago, I'm not doing that. I'm reading every single individual read, so he's probably less experienced. When you're, let's say you're just trying to, like, maybe high-low, right? So if you're just trying to high-low with your post and your seam or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, even if you're trying to do that, right? It's like I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know. Like, was he going through his reads too quick? Like, as soon as he saw a blitz, like, it's possible when a blitz is coming, your eyes are just, like, going, like, oh, I don't know, the live bullets are coming. I don't know, should I read middle, left, right, and then, but like maybe at this point, like he's not confident. He's not thinking he's gonna get a pass off here and think like, oh man, like if I risk the wrong type of throw, number 4 is gonna pick it off or whatever. But I mean, look, like almost everybody's open here. Well, except for October, whoever number 1 is. I mean, if you read the flats, he's open. If you read the vertical routes, the post and the seam, he's open. I don't understand what this guy was thinking. No matter, I'm trying to think of how I was as a player back in the day. The only thing I can think of is the blitz got him. For some reason, I don't know. Maybe he looked at the pass rush and was worried about him coming on block here. I don't understand, because that will never happen. The game may have some flaws, but that would never happen. You know, Fisk with 55 would never come unblocked. You know, if Madden did anything right, they took that out of the game. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, sure. Like, there's times where other formations or something, like the tackles just, your offensive alignment could really screw you up, but it was inside shaded. I came in with a blitz. You never know, too. I mean, he could have bold rushed that center, but still, like, you have to have more confidence. You have to have more trust in your offensive line here. Because, like, let's say, you know, at the end of the day, you know, you're dropping back. You know, 3 or 5 step drop back. You know, 3 or 5 step drop back. You know, and you have the ability to, you know, back up more, make a throw off your back feet. You have the ability to check the front and see if you need to roll out to make that pass to the flats. So you need to always have a backup plan. It's like, okay, if I see something like that coming at me, all right, I either trust my own line or I check the edges, see if I need to stand behind my guard and tackle certain, you know, spots in the pocket. Because, you know, you have, like, whenever I have built-in routes to the flats or crossers underneath, like, you have to think, if they get me, like, with an unblocked rusher, well, you know, you can have a normal drop back, but at the end of your drop, like, if you don't move or anything, I don't think he probably does that. I think he did. I'm not sure, but other players will move in that situation, you know, and they'll do themselves a, you know, whatchamacallit. But you have a drag, you have a flat, and they're both coming out clean, like, for the most part. You know, that's going to happen here with the running back, you know. I just hate it when you have a short down situation and there's, like, a lot of zones being played, or, like, maybe your opponent's D-line's pinched and that running back's coming out of there, or, you know, I don't know, like maybe a 3D line front, like 3-man front, 3D lineman in there. Maybe that running back ain't leaking out there as quick, but this is, like I said, whether he reads the left side, the right side, the middle, like, even if he reads every individual route, like, he's got, like, so much time. He's just, like I said, one of the things when I'm gotta have a situation, I'm just, something years past, even now, very rarely though, I'm just staring down one receiver. I'm just going to this post. That linebacker that's the only thing I can think of, to be honest. You know, so the linebacker does appear, that's the thing what I hate with zones sometimes, because like this he looks like he could be coming down on a blitz. Like, I'm not even bluff blitzing, so the game just does that, right? Or it looks that way because he's coming down to maybe look like he's playing like underneath route drag, so it looks like he could be blitzing, right? And then, let me see. First of all, he throws this too quick. So that is, now that I think about it, this is probably what he thought here. He thought, okay, whether he's blitzing, whether he's playing this drag and backing up, I have confidence to make this throw. Sometimes you're cocky and you think you can, throw over a defender, but you try high bullet pass, maybe it works out with Dak. I don't know, with a backup quarterback, you try, you need like a lob pass, but it's very hard to consistently get a lob pass. It's like maybe like 6 times out of 10 I could get a lob pass. And when there's bullets flying, it's tough. It's easier said than done. So right here, as he's throwing it, he is getting back a little bit. It's probably a bullet, straight bullet. If it was, not sure. Can't tell if it's a bullet. Yeah, it might be a bullet. But definitely wasn't a high throw. But if it was a high, this is what would have happened. Like, I had a defender right here. So a lot of times, I don't know. Spend too much time on that play. I got picked off a couple times. It was ridiculous. I read cover 2 pre-snap. I was like, like, even if you're wrong, I got backup plans. But like, I read this, fucking cover 2 hard flats. Hard flats. Why? Because that corner is sitting. Hard flat. But I hate that. God damn it. Because I love to go to it, right? What's the other thing? You read the middle of the defense. You get an image. Like, pretend like you're taking a snapshot with with your mind or your eyes, right? You're like taking a picture. Pretend like your eyes is like a camera. You're taking a snapshot, taking a picture. It's like right here. Boom. Cover 2. And what? Cover 2 hard flats. It's not, so it's like, as soon as I see this, I throw it, but I don't I don't kind of throw it at like 8, 9 o'clock. You know what I mean? I'm just basically, I think I try to like go to 8 or 9 o'clock too late. Because sometimes, like, when I see something that I want, you get excited. Because I love hole shots. I rarely get them now these days. I mean, even there's like, how many times in practice or in games do I come down with this? I just moved my guy instead of like moving my receiver here, clicking on and trying to get him in position to catch this. That's what happened, because I have seen that in years in practice and games, whatever. I try to click on and switch to catch ball myself, to try to catch it like a curl, deep curl, but he would have done it himself, obviously, because the ball's meant to go to the receiver. Just like, like certain, what are those, lock-on RPGs or whatever, they're meant to go to their destination. So basically I altered the destination of the ball. Or, didn't alter the destination, but, I basically moved the target. What pick is this? Oh yeah, he went with Hail Mary. I was like, really? Because sometimes in Madden, you'll play somebody or even play the CPU or whatever, and you'll see from the play call screen that your opponent went to Hail Mary, and I'm like, oh, okay. But then it's like, oh wait, I can't really believe it unless I see 3 wide receivers out there to that side, because a lot of times I'll see their personnel say Hail Mary, but then it's like a regular, like, 2 wide receiver set, or it's not even 3 wide receivers on one side. So I never understand that. It's like a glitch. I don't know if it happened in this year. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it did, because I played Madden 25 for what feels like 2 years already. So right here, I was just like, because I knew I had time on this play to use her, basically. I knew that, like, okay, I'm giving up that out route. If he sees me using, I'm giving up that out route. I don't care about the out route, right? The reason I'm using this defender here is because I'm trying to see if there's anything else, like going, like, well, I really shouldn't worry about like the running back, obviously, because one, he's on the left side, the opposite side, and but you know, sometimes they can hot route a backside slant here from that guy over there. They want that 3-by-1 look, and then you know you're usering over to that side. But like I said, I'll give up that out route, probably because it was a third or fourth down, maybe a fourth and long, third and long, I'm not sure. And I know that, like, even though, oh, what it was, I'm thinking, like, maybe he hot routes something. I don't think you can hot route something. Thank goodness. I don't think you can hot route one of those receivers. I could be wrong, but I don't think you can. There's some plays where you can't hot route receivers. Because he could have hot routed, like, a post. He could have hot routed a slant, a drag, and, you know, he could get yards after the catch, but I don't think they would do that in a fourth and long situation. Risk being tackled. So I got the pass rush right here. I was like, okay, you're going to go to that? And I verify that he's in there. Damn, they blocked it up. I should have known that. He wasn't blocking his running back for a lot of the game. So I was confident that he was going to leak his running back. But in that situation, to be honest, you do want to block. You know, you've got to have a situation. You want more time in the pocket. He probably knows, just from my front, whether I have the middle linebacker blitzing or not. If I'm blitzing all these 5 guys, which I do, you know, that's something to be concerned about too. And you do want to get some extra assurance there, just in case, you know, one of the D tackles gets a quick block shit and win, you know, a pressure. That's the best thing, basically, to block up this blitz, obviously. You don't want to slide your protection because then an edge guy comes in free against this blitz. This is just a regular stock blitz at a nickel 3-3. Sometimes I go with the cover 0, blitzing everybody else. Alright, so what was this? Interception 3. Back to back for both of us, yeah. So let's see what this was. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, so he did a good job here, but I wasn't even looking for the drive concept. If I did, I would have, oh, wow, if I did. Well, right here, my reads, depending on the situation, time left in the game, you know, I know, like, I have enough time here, 25 seconds or whatever left, but I know I don't have any timeouts, I don't think. So I wanted to go to something, thought, like, they were in man coverage, and it sure looked like it. But right here, what happens? Whether this is man or zone, I'm thinking, whether it's man or zone, I'm thinking, he's going to be able to run past them, around him, and past them, or underneath them, you know, but instead, you know, just gets freaking bumped. Like, I fucking hate that. It's always when I'm, like, super confident, too. Some shit will happen like that. I'm not expecting it. Like, I see this, right? But I'm not, at this point, you can see I'm throwing it right now, thinking, okay, they're not going to bump anymore. Like, you can't tell me this is not a penalty right here. Like, look at it. I don't care if it's incidental. Like, imagine losing a game because of this. I mean, that's more than 5 yards. First of all, I gotta say, 5 yards is a little ridiculous, okay? They need to go back playing back in the old days. Get like maybe, there's 10 yards, I don't know. But do we want to say like 7 or 8 yards? Like, that would be the sweet spot in my opinion. But, because 5, I just feel like 5 is, you know, too much. Because, I mean, there's definitely guys holding 15, 20 yards down the field, so, you know, having illegal contact. So what was this here? Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, I checked it down. Okay. I remember this. Oh man. I had it. I went to it for this reason right here. I had it. Fuck. I had it right here. I went to this, right? But a lot of times, it's not even like the defensive end. You know, I'm not even worried about that. I'm not worried about this guy. You know, because I know I can outthrow him. But, damn. I quickly got off of it because I go to those too many times. Or not too many times, maybe like 2 to 4 times a game, 2 times, 1 time, whatever. And you know, I don't get it most of the time, so I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna read the seams. But I should have went back to it after that. I should have went back to it after, you know, looking at 5 and 86. I'm really never gonna look at 89, you know. But here's the thing too. If you read the defense out here, right? If you read the defense pre-snap, their corner on the left is playing, you know, what looks like a deep third, and the corner on the right is playing, you know, more shallow. When you see that, you always go to that vertical. You always take a longer look at that. Because you could say, like, if you throw it right now, maybe you're getting to like the 12 or 15, not like 18-yard line, because then 25's tackling you. You make a miss, somebody else is coming. But if you wait until, you could wait until like right here, you might get stopped at the 2 or 3 yard line. You know, you don't want to wait too long. You know, because then they can click on, and depending on the throw, maybe you lob it to get a better, you know, get it in front of them. Sometimes you need to lob the ball to get it thrown in stride, because a regular bullet might turn him around, you know. You might have to turn around to catch the ball, you know. You could even, I wish they would bring back like being able to change the way that the ball, like the trajectory of the ball, like back in, I think it was Madden 06 with McNabb on the cover. I'm not sure. Right here, like, stupid, bro. I never play goal line defense. The offense has too many advantages, and this is one of the reasons why. Because whether they're blitzing or not, right? The plays I have here are man beaters, and I'm gonna go to my best man beating play. So let's say he wasn't in goal line with the flats, right? And this guy is on him, you know. This defender's on him, and then this guy sticks on 15. He sticks on him. I'm going to my best man beater, right? Let's look at the routes I have here. Like, I'm probably going to my tight end or 17, because, you know, against man, like, do you want to, like, do that too many times? Like, you know, try to catch hitches or curls. It all depends on, you know, if you can body the defender. But right here, you know, when you I'm thinking one of two things. Either it's man coverage, or you're blitzing everybody right there. And that's my key on offense. Blitzing everybody there, I don't see him backing anybody out. Boom. It's that simple. And I know I'm going to have it blocked if he does come. You know, because I blocked my tight end there. Because I just thought, like, oh, you know, both my guys in the backfield have a flat. They go run to the flat. So I was like, which one am I going to block for extra protection, just in case. You know. But they would never get to me regardless on that play. Yeah, back with single back wing pair right here. Right here, I try to mix it up, do something else. I know how to stop it. Just trying to bait them or something instead. Give up a big play there. He ends up getting a touchdown later. on a seam pass, for crying out loud. Like, holy shit, he burned him. What the fuck? Oh, okay, that's why. He's probably a safety too. Yeah, like whenever, I do forget. Wait a minute here. Probably not a safety. Maybe he's a linebacker, or could be a safety, depending on the Witherspoon. I'm pretty sure I don't have a Witherspoon at corner, so that's probably a safety. Am I in big nickel or what? Yeah, this is big nickel. So yeah, he would have been the safety. Shit. And a lot of and safeties have bad change of direction. Slow and get beat. Like, well, I mean, it's Cooks. Oh fuck, no wonder. I forgot they even had Cooks. Cooks is one of those players. Like, you forget he even played in the NFL. Like, whenever, like, it didn't matter if it was 10 years ago, 5 years ago. Shit, it's one of those players that you never think about. Underrated. That guy deserves to win the Super Bowl. I was just checking down at the end of the game. I was trying to troll him here. It was like, because he was in single back with 3 tight ends. So I was trying to score here. I said I wouldn't, but I really wanted to go to something, because he went to a seam for his only touchdown. So I was like, I'm going to go tight end attack, because he'll probably defend it. He had cover 2. Look at this guy, like, so many players playing that cover 2. Look at that. If I knew that, if I look at the middle, I got a touchdown. If I read the middle, I got a touchdown. Right? How do I know that? You read this. This guy in the middle, he goes that deep, like 3 safeties. They're trying to cover the deep middle, and then they have 4 underneath defenders. He should do a better job of sticking with them, especially since there's no route in the flats there. Who knows? Maybe if you even leak a running back, over the ball, don't have to be in the flats. Who knows? I don't know. But you got to do a better job right here, especially when your safeties are not that good too. Shit, in some games I'll even man up that corner on him and give something up. It was the end, last play of the game. You're not really gonna risk. You're just gonna risk an underneath pass over to that side. So I would man up on the tight end there sometimes from that corner. Yeah, so as you can see here, the one loss I had last night, game 156, I let him come back and beat me. Literally, because he was trying so hard to win the game. So I told him I let him come back and beat me. I let him score a touchdown and beat me. And I said that the best revenge, because I call them whores. Whores that work for free. Everybody's a whore, but 99.9% of these players are, doing it for free. Yeah, I'm not even in the mood to play another one. That's too long of a breakdown there. It was a terrible game to play. When when only, like, the player's only trying like 2-3 different plays on offense, And then defensively, like I said, if I read his defenses, what did they do? They stayed in cover 2 most of the game. They mixed it up very little. So it's like these players literally trying to spam 2-3 plays, and then defensively, basically staying in the same defense. And I'm just not reading it. I don't care to read it, so That's what these players, they're so lazy. Well, I'm out, guys. Have a good one.